Hey, how's it going, everybody? How's it going, everybody? Greetings and much blessings. Long time no see, no hear. I've been making a lot of changes to this channel to fit its future direction. And so, for those who've been tuning in, hopefully you've seen the implications of where I'm going with this channel going forward. We're trying to go in a different direction with this channel in obviously in a better direction, but just I want to be more accurate, more precise with the spiritual messages or just with the message in general. Yes, the message in general that I want to convey. So I had a live stream scheduled under a different title tonight, but I had to make a change because I believe that this particular live stream that I'm doing now is actually more important at this time. But with that said, without any further ado, let's talk about where I'm coming from in regards to this topic of satanic versus demonic. A lot of people may not know that there is a difference between there's a difference between satanic and demonic. I mean, obviously you see that they are two different words first and foremost. But yes, they also have two separate meanings. So if we were to if we were to just do just a random search of satanic starting out, I mean, let's just look it up and see what it says. And y'all can look all this stuff up. Don't take my word for it, but I just wanted to bring it to everyone's attention. So, looking up satanic, I'll give you the definition that I read off and then I'll give you my own perspective. So it says, if you do a Google search, it just says, or it says satanic satanic means like the characteristic of Satan. It has a different deviation of that word, so forgive me for the slight hesitation on what I was trying to say. But nevertheless, that's pretty much in regards to the first definition of satanic is the characteristic of Satan, connected to Satanism, extremely evil or wicked. So that gives you somewhat of an idea of satanic. Now, my perspective on that definition of satanic. See, me, I normally say that satanic usually is something that is of a certain ritual. Yes, that is my definition of something satanic. Something pertaining something pertaining to Satan in regards to a ritual. Why do I say it in that meaning? Why do I say it in that way? Because look up ritual. So far, you'll see that it says a religious or solemn ceremony consisting of a series of actions performed according to a prescribed order. As an adjective, basically, an adjective is describing something, basically, something being a ritual. Some people might say ritualistic. That means relating to or done as a religious or solemn rite. But think about all this as pertaining to something that is satanic. And it seems only right and fair to see that things become religious to people in regards to their views on Satan. Hence the idea of being satanic. You see it in the way people go about living their life. You see it with their mannerisms. You see it with the way they carry themselves. So that gives you an idea of satanic. Now, let's talk about demonic. 1 second. Okay, now looking up the definition of demonic, it says of resembling or characteristic of demons or evil spirits, like a demonic possession, for an example, or fiercely energetic or frenzied. They look at that as the definition of demonic. Now, my perspective of demonic is simply dark forces. So, yeah, with Satan, something that's satanic is something that's ritualistic in regards to Satan as it pertains to Satan, and demonic is dark forces. That's my two perspectives on satanic versus demonic. Give you two different ideas of that. Um, with that said, there's so many aspects of how we can even look this up in scripture. Of course, I always like to leave one with scripture. One thing is for sure is about in scripture when it talks about the prince and the power of the air. It talks about a lot of that in scripture. So to me, that represents something that is demonic because it represents a dark force, whereas something that's satanic can be traced back to when people would serve or worship false idols. You'll see this account. So you'll see that. But also if you looked in a lot of First Samuel, it has scriptures there too. So I'll read that with y'all, and then I'll read up certain scriptures where it talks about things that are demonic. If give me a second here, trying to get this to go through, but some of these formats here can be so time consuming. Let me see this. There are other ways. Let me see this here. Give me a second, y'all. By the way, I hope everyone has been having a good one, been blessed despite the times that we live in. Because yeah, it's very interesting times that we live in. There is a lot of satanic and demonic activity out here, a whole lot of it. So let's see this here. Give me one more scripture here. So a lot of different things out here in regards to a lot of the satanic and demonic things that are going on. It says, 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7, do not look on his appearance or run on the height of his stature, because I have rejected him, for the Lord sees not as man sees. Man looks on the outward appearance, but the the Lord looks on the heart. So with that said, this is part of idol worship. Like this is one aspect of satanic things that go on is with the idol worship is when people look at one's appearance, height of stature. There's a lot of that goes on in these times where you see a lot of people worship things and people are the image of that person, you know. But as I like to say, I don't really even like to say Lord, because Lord is actually another form of satanic things that we do. Just say creator because the creator has created all. Lord, you put a certain emphasis on what the creator should be. The creator doesn't want you to do that. He actually just wants you to believe in him. That comes from the inward, not what you think on the outward is. So um, let's see. There's many more things we can look up in this. I'll even read a King James version. for those who are into the King James. 1 second. As it is written, but the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. And once again, to make sure I correct myself, I personally don't like to say Lord, I like to say Creator, because Lord was a translation that was put into translation in these scriptures. Okay, so that's kind of how that is. So that's just one scripture explaining some of the satanic things. That's just one little minor thing, right? There's more to that, but we won't get too deep in that. Uh just giving y'all a little bit, just a little bit. So that's satanic, but actually if you think about it, it's also demonic at the same time, right? Because the satanic part comes from the worship of the outer appearance instead of looking inward, right? But the demonic part comes from the fact that, as I just said, in that scripture where the creator has refused the individual, that aspect of scripture was just talking about more or less the demonic side of an individual, how they have been demonically possessed, if you will. So uh, we see a lot of people walking around with reprobate minds right now. So yes, with what I just read in 1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 7, ironically, you can see the satanic and demonic action taking place within that one scripture. So it's easy for people to see how satanic and demonic can be the same thing, but it's not. And hopefully, I've just broke that down pretty good for y'all. But like I said, I still want to give y'all a scripture on both, not both at the same time like I just did, but that's just how I know how to break down scripture. I can see things like that. But so actually I just broke down a scripture initially with the intent of letting you see the demonic side, which I have done, but you also saw the satanic side. But now we're going to actually get more into detail of the satanic side by itself. Okay. Let's try to see what's going on with that. Um, They even have the Satanic Bible for those who didn't know. Yes, they have a Satanic Bible. So let's try to see if we can find something right quick. Basically, anything pertaining to Satan, they see as satanic. But I'm looking for certain things in regards to rituals, okay? Things that as humanity, a lot of people tend to do. Okay, not just what's associated with Satan and what Satan can do. Let's see if we can find some scriptures right quick. If not, I'll definitely have to come back with another live stream just talking about it. So kind of doing this on the fly. Just wanted to stop by and say hi. Okay, see, let's go here. Let's see what the scripture has to say. Another PBF format. Don't you hate that? Gotta get all these PBF docs. You gotta. Oh man, let's try this and let's see what happens here. This says, "What does the Bible say about Satan?" Um, well, there's one aspect of 1 John chapter 3 verse 8 where it says, "Whoever makes a practice of sinning is one of the devil. Whoever makes a practice of sinning is of the devil." And this was from the ESV. Um, I believe that means the English Standard Version. But yeah, this says, "Whoever makes a practice of sinning is of the devil, for the devil has been sinning from the beginning." Good rhyme, right? The reason the Son of God appeared was to destroy the works of the devil. So let's go to the former of that scripture versus the latter. But the latter does apply as well, but the former of it just mainly talks about the practice of sinning. That's part of being satanic. You know, you're doing these rituals, right? Practice of sinning. You do this on a regular basis, okay? So a lot of people don't realize a lot of things that they're doing that is obviously contrary to the will of the creator, and you do it on a regular basis. That's actually satanic what you're doing. A lot of, i.e., holidays. That's one example, but it could be sexual things you do on a regular basis, okay? But nevertheless, as it said towards the end of the scripture, uh, the reason the Son of God, or sometimes like I like to say, you know, the Son of the Creator, or you know, Son of Yah, but more or less, this all means Creator. All of it means the Creator. So the reason the Creator, even if it's through Son of Creator, Son of God, Son of Yah, but overall Creator, appeared to destroy the works of the devil. The works of the devil was the sin. Okay, the sin. Works of the devil. That works of the devil was the sin. And like it says, you know, been sinning since the beginning. Okay. Since the beginning. Um, what else? Let's see if we can find some more things that could represent satanic. Remember, it means like certain, from my perspective, certain rituals, certain things you do on a regular basis, as it pertains to the devil. Um, let's see what else. Let's see if we can find one more thing. Let's see. Uh, okay. Well, this is interesting. See, this is mostly all New Testament, and that's fine. But we're just going to pick, kind of pick and pluck from it. So this was in 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. It says, "But I am afraid that just as Eve was deceived by the serpent's cunning, your minds may somehow be led astray from your sincere and pure devotion." And of course, this one says devotion to Christ. But overall, this also means just creator from my perspective. So um, your pure devotion should be unto him, unto the creator, not onto anything else. So that reminds me of in the Old Testament where the first commandment was, thou shalt not have no other God before me. So when you are led astray from your sincere, and yeah, when you're led astray from your sincere and pure devotion to the creator, you've ultimately have started to do something satanic. But ironically, something demonic led you to do something satanic. With that said, this live stream here, just pretty much something that, as I said before earlier here, a few minutes back, just wanted to do this on the fly, wanted to stop by to say hi. I got many more in store. Going to be back on here more often, mostly live streams, as I've already stated before. I'll drop some uploads here and there, but mostly live streams will be at this channel. And just keep in mind what I just broke down with satanic and demonic. Yes, with satanic and demonic, both are not the same. And now you know the difference between the two. Until next time, y'all stay blessed.